Have you ever heard about the Philadelphia experiment? This is a tale that takes us back to 1943, a time when the world was at war and secrets were the currency of survival. According to whispers and hushed narratives, the USS Eldridge, a naval warship, performed an act of science fiction, or perhaps science fact. The ship, they say, vanished into thin air, cloaked in invisibility, only to reappear hundreds of miles away in Norfolk, Virginia. This remarkable feat, if true, would have been the ultimate war strategy, an unparalleled display of teleportation. It was given a name, Project Rainbow. But was it a real military project or just a figment of an overactive imagination? The USS Eldridge, a ship shrouded in mystery and intrigue, supposedly defying the laws of physics right in the midst of World War II, a story that continues to baffle, to intrigue, and to stir the pot of conspiracy theories. But what truly unfolded amidst the fog of war? The tale recounts the archives branch of the Naval History and Heritage Command relentlessly scouring for evidence of this purported event. Their investigation led them to the Eldridge's War Diary, a chronicle of the ship's journey through the tumultuous times. The diary, however, seemed to be devoid of any mention of the extraordinary. It spoke of its commissioning, voyages to Bermuda, routine training, and sea trials. The extraordinary teleportation, the invisibility, it was all conspicuously absent. Their search didn't stop there. They turned their eyes to the SS Andrew Furuseth, the civilian vessel that supposedly witnessed the Eldridge's otherworldly relocation to Norfolk. But the ship's movement logs told a different tale. Rather than witnessing the Eldridge's grand entrance, the Furuseth was busy with its own journey, departing from Norfolk as part of convoy UGS-15 on August 16, 1943, and arriving in Casablanca on September 2nd. Not quite the witness you'd imagine, right? The Office of Naval Research, or ONR, chimed in too. They were quick to dismiss the feasibility of making a ship and its crew invisible with force fields. Such an act, they argued, would defy the laws of physics as we know them. Yet the threads intertwine in erroneous conclusions, particularly regarding the supposed connection between degaussing and invisibility. And so the mystery endures, a tantalizing enigma, as elusive as the supposed event it revolves around. The Office of Naval Research, ONR, delivered a resounding proclamation, dismissing the feasibility of rendering a ship and its crew invisible through force fields. A bold statement indeed, considering the whispers and rumors that have circulated since the 40s. According to the ONR, such a feat would defy the known physical laws, effectively shattering our understanding of reality as we know it. Yet the Philadelphia experiment holds a magnetic allure, drawing in skeptics and believers alike. A tantalizing narrative of teleportation and invisibility, woven together with threads of wartime secrecy and technological marvels. But where is the evidence? The USS Eldridge's War Diary, the SS Andrew Furuseth's movement logs, the Archives Branch's relentless investigations, all seemingly point towards a conventional narrative rather than a fantastical one. The elusive Project Rainbow, associated with the alleged Philadelphia experiment, continues to be a specter within the archives. Hints at this code name being used in strategic plans against the Rome-Berlin-Tokyo axis powers further muddy the waters. Yet the connection between degaussing and invisibility remains tenuous at best, with no solid proof to substantiate this link. In the end, despite the allure of this supernatural narrative, the USS Eldridge remains visible to the human eye, radar, and submerged acoustic detection devices. The ship and its story persist in the realm of the seen and the tangible. The veil of mystery persists, casting shadows upon this perplexing chapter in naval lore. Thank you to the returning watchers. We love that you're here and love creating content for you. Get friends and family involved so we can answer their questions too. A little more about the USS Eldridge, a naval ship that supposedly disappeared in plain sight. Let's step back in time to February 22nd, 1943. The world was in the throes of World War II, but a new player was about to enter the stage. The USS Eldridge, a naval ship of the United States, was born, destined for a journey that would etch its name into the annals of history and mystery alike. Fast forward to July 25th of the same year, the Eldridge was launched into the maritime realm, a proud symbol of American resilience and strength. Not long after, on August 27th, the vessel was officially commissioned, marking the commencement of its fateful journey. But little did anyone know, the USS Eldridge was not just another ship in the fleet. It was marked for greatness and intrigue. From its birth, the USS Eldridge was marked for a journey unlike any other. The Eldridge's journey in the maritime realm was a testament to its valor and service. As the world was embroiled in the throes of war between 1944 and 1945, the Eldridge rose to the occasion, escorting men and crucial supplies across North Africa and Southern Europe. Its formidable presence on the seas was unmissable as it completed 9 pivotal voyages, each a strategic dance of navigation to different destinations. Its service was a testament to the indomitable spirit of the men who sailed her. When the guns fell silent, the Eldridge found itself in a period of transition. It was decommissioned in 1946, its war duties fulfilled. Yet, the Eldridge was far from done. It found a new home in Greece and proudly sailed under the banner of Leon, D-54, beginning in 1951. But the Eldridge's journey was far from over. Its final chapter unfolded in 1992, and it met its end as scrap in 1999. Beyond the tangible history of the Eldridge, a shroud of mystique envelops it, the infamous Philadelphia experiment. This narrative spins a web of intrigue around the alleged cloaking of the USS Eldridge, a feat said to render the ship invisible to the human eye. An astounding claim indeed, yet this tale stands on shaky ground with a glaring lack of corroborating evidence to lend it credibility. Individuals like Carl Meredith Allen have confessed to the fabrication of this story, casting even more doubt on its veracity. Furthermore, there's a notable absence in the ship's logs. The Eldridge was not even in Philadelphia during the time of the supposed experiment. All these inconsistencies point towards a tale woven from the threads of imagination and fancy rather than truth. Yet, regardless of the dearth of evidence, the allure of the unknown persists. This tale, whether fact or fiction, has captivated minds and sparked imaginations. Regardless of the veracity of the Philadelphia experiment, the USS Eldridge remains an emblem of maritime prowess and resilience. Its legacy persists, not just through its tangible wartime feats, but also through the enigmatic lore that surrounds it. From its inception in the early 40s, the Eldridge carved out a path of valor, escorting men and supplies across treacherous seas, serving as a beacon of hope during the darkest days of the Second World War. It undertook 9 pivotal voyages, each one a testament to its indomitable spirit, its unyielding resilience. But it's not just its tangible achievements that have etched the Eldridge into the annals of history. The tale of its alleged invisibility continues to captivate and tantalize minds, sparking endless debates and theories. Whether true or not, this tale has intertwined with the ship's tangible history, creating a legacy that's as intriguing as it is formidable. The USS Eldridge, forever sailing the seas of history and mystery, perpetuates a mystique that defies the bounds of reality. If you're enjoying this video, click on like and subscribe to get notifications when we release more. What really happened to the USS Eldridge during the Philadelphia experiment? It's a tale that weaves a rich tapestry of intrigue and enigma. Picture this. A naval ship, the USS Eldridge, allegedly cloaked in invisibility and teleporting from Philadelphia to Norfolk in a blink. Sounds like the stuff of science fiction, doesn't it? Well, this narrative has sparked a wildfire of conspiracy theories, each more riveting than the last. From top-secret military experiments to alien technology, the theories are as diverse as they are captivating. Some say the USS Eldridge was equipped with classified devices, employing a technique known as degaussing, scrambling the ship's magnetic signature to evade U-boat attacks. Others whisper of a strange green glow and eerie atmospheric displays akin to St. Elmo's fire. So what really happened that day in the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this historical enigma, teetering on the edge of fact and fiction. Let's dive deeper into the story of the USS Eldridge. It was a time of war, a time of secrets, and the USS Eldridge was right in the middle of it all. Edward Dudgeon, a sailor aboard the sister ship USS Angstrom, told a different tale than the one we've all heard. He spoke of a classified device shared by both vessels that employed a technique known as degaussing. Far from the stuff of science fiction, this method was used to scramble a ship's magnetic signature, protecting it from the deadly magnetic torpedoes of enemy U-boats. Then there's the eerie green glow. Some say it was an electrical storm, others suggest it was St. Elmo's fire, a rare and beautiful phenomenon where plasma ignites in an electric field, casting a fiery aura. But could it have been something more? But the tale of the USS Eldridge doesn't end there. The USS Eldridge's tale transcends timelines and continents. Following its service in the Philadelphia experiment, this enigmatic ship found a new home in Greece in 1951. But even the bright Mediterranean sun couldn't erase the shadows of its past. By the 1990s, the Eldridge met an unceremonious end in the scrapyards, a far cry from its former glory. Yet, the story doesn't end there. Allende's hoax, a tale spun with such conviction, still haunts the ship's legacy. This infamous deception has been both a source of fascination and frustration, adding fuel to the fiery debate. And then, there's the ever-present question: could this all be a military cover-up? The armed forces are no strangers to secrets, often cloaking truths in layers of misinformation. Could the Philadelphia experiment be another such tale, designed to both hide advanced technology and strike fear into the hearts of our enemies? As we stand on the precipice of truth and deception, we're left to ponder the mystery of the USS Eldridge and the Philadelphia experiment. Do you want to get notified when we release new videos? Click on like and subscribe. This will let you know as soon as new and interesting content comes out. Was there any evidence pointing at the Philadelphia experiment? Well, imagine a naval ship bathed in a surreal green-blue glow, suddenly disappearing into thin air. That's kind of hard to miss. This isn't a scene from a sci-fi movie, but a reputed event in our very own history. The USS Eldridge, as per eyewitness accounts, vanished from the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard, only to reappear in the Norfolk Naval Shipyard in Virginia. But the spectacle doesn't end there. Before one could even comprehend the phenomenon, the Eldridge disappeared yet again, re-emerging back in its original position in Philadelphia. This bewildering event, known as the Philadelphia experiment, has captured the imaginations of history buffs and conspiracy theorists alike. The purported goal: to render naval ships invisible to radar, a feat that would have been revolutionary during the throes of World War II. A ship that vanishes and reappears. Sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? But as we delve deeper into this mystery, you'll find that the truth, as always, is stranger than fiction. The Eldridge's return was not a triumphant one. Rather, it was a scene straight out of a Gothic horror tale, a ship of tortured souls returning from a journey into the unknown. The crew of the Eldridge, once hardy sailors, were now mere shadows of their former selves. Reports swirled of crewmen driven to the brink of insanity, their minds shattered by an experience too alien for human comprehension. Others were said to be afflicted by strange, inexplicable illnesses, their bodies rebelling against the natural order. But the most chilling stories were those of the unfortunate souls who were rumored to have become part of the ship itself. These men, it was whispered, were found fused to the Eldridge, their bodies melded with the cold, unfeeling metal of the ship's hull. These disturbing accounts paint a grim picture of the aftermath of the Philadelphia experiment, suggesting that whatever occurred had severe, life-altering consequences for those involved. The Philadelphia experiment left a haunting legacy of suffering and mystery. However, amid the enigma, a glimmer of truth surfaces. Edward Dudgeon, a former U.S. Navy member, offers a more grounded perspective on the Philadelphia experiment. Dudgeon reveals that the USS Eldridge, along with its sister ship, the USS Engstrom, were equipped with classified devices. Their function? Not to render the ships invisible or teleport them across vast distances, but to disrupt their magnetic signatures. This was achieved through a technique known as degaussing. The purpose of this technique was simple yet crucial: to protect these vessels from the looming threat of magnetic torpedoes during the height of World War II. While this explanation might lack the sensational allure of teleportation or invisibility, it provides a plausible account of the strange happenings that have been associated with the Philadelphia experiment. So, the Philadelphia experiment, a case of wartime secrecy and misinterpretation, or a glimpse into a world of science beyond our understanding? The mystery continues to captivate us. Why not share our YouTube channel? We love sharing information and hope you do too. Click on like and subscribe, then share the YouTube link with friends and family. Did you ever think that it could all be a hoax? In 1994, a captivating article penned by Jacques F. Vallée in the Journal of Scientific Exploration unraveled the complex art of embedding a hoax within the communal psyche, beguiling not only the masses but also the intellectual elite. The mastermind of one such intricate deception was none other than Carl M. Allen, masquerading under the alias of Carlos Miguel Allende. In 1956, Allende initiated a letter-writing crusade addressed to Morris K. Jessup, the acclaimed author of The Case for the UFO. Allende's letters, brimming with fervor, implored for a detailed examination of unidentified flying objects. Interestingly, Jessup's book hinted at the unified field theory, a concept that piqued Allende's curiosity. This theory, which sought to weave together Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity with electromagnetism, was still in its infancy and unproven in the 1950s. Yet, Allende, claiming to be an Einstein protege, asserted he had evidence of this theory in action, linked to the mysterious events of October 28, 1943, and the alleged vanishing act of the Eldridge from the Philadelphia Naval Yard. In Allende's riveting narrative, he firmly contended that the United States military had orchestrated what he termed the Philadelphia experiment, vehemently alleging a cover-up. In a strange turn of events, Jessup was contacted by the Navy's Office of Naval Research. They'd received a copy of Jessup's book, curiously filled with cryptic annotations suggesting the influence of extraterrestrial technology on unified field theory. As if plucked from the pages of a sci-fi novel, these annotations seem to have been written by 3 different authors, one even hinting at an extraterrestrial origin. Valley's intriguing article chronicles Jessup's spiraling obsession with Allende's revelations, tragically ending with the tormented researcher taking his own life in 1959. Little did Jessup know he was about to be drawn into a web of deception and intrigue. Then comes the pivotal moment in our tale, the so-called Philadelphia experiment. With a fervor that bordered on obsession, Allende spun a wild tale about this event. He claimed that on October 28, 1943, the United States military had managed to render the USS Eldridge, a naval destroyer escort, completely invisible to human eyes and radar alike. Then, in a flash of blue light, the ship was teleported from Philadelphia to Norfolk, Virginia, and back again in the blink of an eye. All this, Allende alleged, was a demonstration of Einstein's unproven unified field theory. The stakes of his claim soared when Allende suggested a cover-up of epic proportions by the United States military. He argued that the powers that be were suppressing information about the experiment, a narrative that, if true, would shake the very foundations of our understanding of physics and the extent of military might. As Allende's letters continued to pour in, an unexpected twist occurred. Morris K. Jessup, the author of the book that had sparked Allende's initial contact, was approached by the Navy's Office of Naval Research. They had received a copy of Jessup's book riddled with annotations in 3 different handwriting styles. These cryptic notes were a cocktail of scientific theories, references to extraterrestrial technology, and allusions to the Philadelphia experiment. Jessup was intrigued and perhaps a little unnerved. The annotations suggested a deep knowledge of the subject matter. One even hinted at an extraterrestrial origin. Could these scribes have been privy to secrets unknown to the general public? Or was this another layer to the elaborate hoax that Allende seemed to be weaving? As Jessup delved deeper into the mystery, he unknowingly treaded on a path of obsession and despair. The Philadelphia experiment, true or not, had managed to ensnare yet another in its web of intrigue, leading us to question the boundaries between truth and deception, reality and fabrication. Now we arrive at the climax, the unveiling of the truth. Let's turn back the hands of time to the year 1959, when the saga took an unexpected tragic turn. Morris K. Jessup, the esteemed author who'd been pulled into this web of intrigue, succumbed to the obsession that Allende's disclosures had ignited within him. In his descent into despair, Jessup, the once revered researcher, tragically took his own life. His demise marked a chilling chapter in this convoluted narrative, leaving a trail of unanswered questions in its wake. Yet, the tale was far from over. It wasn't until the dawn of the 1980s, over 2 decades after Jessup's untimely death, that the truth of Allende's deception finally came to light. The elusive figure behind the curtain, Carl M. Allen, was revealed as the mastermind of this grand illusion. His fabrications finally exposed. His tales of the Philadelphia experiment, of extraterrestrial technology and unified field theory were nothing more than elaborate constructs of his imagination. But there's a twist. In the midst of this grand reveal, a perplexing action by 2 officers from the Office of Naval Research was unearthed. These officers, for reasons we may never fully understand, arranged for 127 copies of the annotated version of Jessup's book to be produced and disseminated. This act, orchestrated by a military contractor known as Varro Manufacturing, breathed new life into Allende's narrative long after Jessup's demise. It was as if the tale refused to be silenced, persisting against the currents of truth. This tangled web of deception and intrigue serves as a stark reminder of the power of hoaxes. It underscores the importance of skepticism and critical thinking in our quest for knowledge. We must remember to question, to probe, to seek the truth beneath the surface. The tale of Allende and the Philadelphia experiment serves as a stark reminder of the power of hoaxes and the importance of skepticism and critical thinking. If you want to keep up to date and get notified when we release new videos, click on like and subscribe. This helps us keep the channel going and lets us know that you're enjoying our content. In the midst of World War II, 1943, the USS Eldridge came to life, a Cannon-class destroyer escort with a mission. Born in the industrious cradle of the Newport News Shipbuilding and Dry Dock Company in Virginia, she was launched in July and commissioned in August of that same year. Charged with the vital role of a destroyer escort, she was a key player in the grim theater of war. An ordinary warship, or so it seemed, until it found itself at the heart of one of the most enduring naval mysteries. The Eldridge, docked at the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard, was about to embark on a journey unlike any other. In the cool month of October in 1943, whispers of an unparalleled experiment began to circulate. The ship, so the story goes, was rendered invisible to radar and teleported from Philadelphia to Norfolk, Virginia, and back again, all within the blink of an eye. The crew, however, didn't fare so well. Tales of madness, disappearance, men fused into the ship's hull circulated, chilling the hearts of those who heard them. Yet, despite the spine-tingling stories, concrete evidence remains elusive, and skepticism remains widespread. The Eldridge had now graduated from a simple warship to an icon of mystery and intrigue. Yet behind the shroud of mystery, the Eldridge continued its service. It journeyed across the Atlantic, finding a new home in Greece in 1951. Rechristened as the Leon, the vessel proudly served the Hellenic Navy for nearly 4 decades. Its once secretive and clandestine existence was replaced with routine patrols and drills. The echoes of its past reduced to mere whispers among the crew. As the years rolled by, the Leon, formerly known as the USS Eldridge, was finally decommissioned. In the 90s, this legendary ship met a fate that many of its kind share. Reduced to scrap metal, its physical presence forever erased. And so, the USS Eldridge, once the star of an extraordinary tale, met an all-too-ordinary end, yet its legacy, as enigmatic as ever, sails on.